Good morning, Vic and Joanne. The NAACP says the state budget cuts, deep cuts, will cram about 60 students into every Detroit classroom. And they say that situation will take us back to the civil rights era.
We're comparing this to Brown versus Board of Education because what's happened is the state has ordered the City of Detroit public school system to close half of their schools. This is going to mean 60 students in a classroom. 60 students in a classroom, teachers can't teach, students can't learn. And this is separate but unequal all over again.
Are you blaming Robert Bobb for any of this?
No. In fact, we think that his hands are tied. Quite honestly, this is coming from Lansing. So we want to shine the hot white spotlight on what Lansing is doing, the state school superintendent and Governor Snyder.
Now, we do have a comment from the DPS, but let me point out that this is a comment in reaction to the probe being launched by the NAACP. We couldn't agree more. That's why we're working night and day to implement the alternative to the state-approved deficit elimination plan, an alternative that not only severely reduces costs, but begins to create for Detroit parents a portfolio of school options and new charter school models. Now, we have also just been able to get a response from the governor's office, and please bear with me as I read it. Part of this, we understood that they are just receiving the FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act request from the NAACP, and they must review that and then be able to respond in depth. However, in the meantime, here we go. The governor's concentration remains on helping Detroit and Robert Bobb make sure DPS can get its finances and operations in line and rightly focus on ensuring the system's 60,000 plus students can get the quality education they need and deserve. That's the very latest. Reporting live from Detroit's News Center area, I'm Val Clark, Channel 7 Action News.
So, Val, before parents start to panic at hearing 60 kids in a classroom coming up potentially in the fall, there's a lot of work yet here to be done and a lot of things that could happen that would keep that class size from happening, correct?
Perhaps, Joanne. You know, we have heard that figure before, and some parents were fearing that anyway with the closures and the conversions and some of the uncertainty about that with the conversions to charters. So there are still a lot of many unanswered questions. This just adds to that list.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't think anyone would think 60 kids in a classroom is acceptable, that's for sure. Val, thank you very much.